Greetings everyone. In this presentation, I will be discussing the historical development of fashion photography. I will be presenting you all the valuable information on how and who invented fashion photography and how it was developed over the years. Moreover, in this presentation, I will be talking about my personal experience with fashion photography with invaluable lessons I have acknowledged and the challenges I have encountered along the way. But firstly, what is fashion photography? Fashion photography is a genre of photography concerned with displaying clothing and other fashion items. Fashion photography is most often conducted for advertisements or magazines, including many household names such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Vanity Fair, or Cosmopolitan. Fashion photography is an innovative genre that combines fine art, product, and portrait photography. The clothing, models, poses, backgrounds, lighting, and other elements all come together to produce stunning pictures that promote a certain look and a way of life. Fashion photography is, at its most basic, any picture that best displays clothing, accessories, and other fashion things. Fashion photography's primary goal is to create a desire for clothing. Over the years, it has become an essential aspect of the fashion industry, capturing the latest trends, styles, and designs in a visually appealing and artistic manner. The origins of fashion photography can be traced back to the late 19th century when it first emerged as a means of showcasing clothing designs and promoting fashion trends. The history of fashion photography. The first evidence of fashion photography can be found in the early 20th century with its roots in Paris, France. During the early 20th century, fashion photography was primarily done in a studio setting, with models posing in front of a plain background to highlight the clothing they were wearing. The focus was on showcasing the details and craftsmanship of the garments, as well as capturing the overall aesthetic and mood of the fashion collection. Photographers used natural light or artificial lighting to enhance the visuals and create a captivating image that would appeal to consumers. One of the key figures in the development of fashion photography during this time was Helmut Newton, an American photographer who worked for Condé Nast Publications. Stenchion's work helped elevate fashion photography to an art form with his innovative use of lighting, composition, and posing techniques. He collaborated with top fashion designers and magazines to create iconic images that set the standard for fashion photography in the early 20th century. As fashion photography continued to evolve, modern technologies and innovations played a crucial role in shaping the industry. The invention of color photography in the 1930s allowed photographers to capture fashion in a more vivid and dynamic way, displaying the vibrant hues and textures of the clothing. This marked a significant shift in the way fashion was portrayed in print media, as color images became more prevalent in magazines and advertisements. Throughout the mid-20th century, fashion photography continued to grow in popularity, with photographers like Richard Avedon, Helmut Newton, and Irving Penn pushing the boundaries of the medium. These photographers were known for their avant-garde approach to fashion photography, incorporating elements of art, culture, and social commentary into their work. Their images challenged conventional notions of beauty and style, paving the way for a more diverse and inclusive representation of fashion in the media. The 21st century has brought about significant changes in fashion photography, with the rise of digital technology and social media platforms revolutionizing the ways images are created and shared. Fashion photographers now have access to advanced cameras, editing software, and online platforms to display their work to a global audience. Social media influencers and fashion bloggers have also become key players in the industry, using their platforms to promote brands and share their personal style with followers. In conclusion, the origins of fashion photography can be traced back to the early 20th century. Throughout history, Key figures like Edward Stensons and Richard Avedon have played pivotal roles in the creation and development of fashion photography, shaping the industry into what it is today. The historical uses of fashion photography have evolved over time, from showcasing clothing designs to challenging societal norms and promoting diversity in the fashion industry. As technology continues to advance, the future of fashion photography looks bright, with endless possibilities for creative expressions and innovation. Today, fashion photography is one of the most lucrative genres in commercial photography. Fashion photography has also evolved with technological advances in digital photography, including photoshopping, image editing, and computer software. Fashion photography is now mostly created as digital files, while it can still be shot on film. More brands than ever before are paying professional photographers to promote their products, reflecting the increasing interest in fashion photography brought about by the rise of consumerism. But why is fashion photography so important for brands today? All of it comes down to the fact that fashion photography has been shown to be one of the best channels for expanding your brand's overall identity as well as for product promotion. The typical fashion photography shoot includes models, multiple hairstylists, makeup artists, and fashion stylists, all of them experts in their field. Therefore, it is hard to imagine how brands can provide the level of expertise required to achieve the desired results. Fashion photography is the way a photographer uses their own eye and perspective to highlight, curate, or speak to anything in the fashion industry. The most successful experiment I have completed was from two of my chosen artists from last year's final major project, Ariel Bob Willis and Soph Sonsbo. These were projects where I really got to learn a lot about fashion photography and use different techniques I have never used before, learning a lot about Photoshop and how these artists use different techniques to achieve their work. Ariel's work is more abstract, it has more colors and spontaneity, while Soph Sonsbo's work is more sophisticated and innovative. He's not afraid to take uncommon paths. Meanwhile, Ariel is more close with her own techniques and her uses of colors. These differences between their work helped me to increase my creativity and my knowledge towards fashion photography. Thank you.